All right. Welcome everybody to the Truth Ruth podcast. I'm your host, Ruth Anna Sontag, but most of my friends, they call me Truth Ruth because I speak the truth and you know what the truth does. It sets you free. Here on this podcast, we're going to dive deep. We dive deep into topics like faith, fitness, business, and all things success. I love to bring on incredible guests who are living out their calling, breaking barriers, and making an impact. Together, we uncover wisdom, share powerful stories, and equip you with information so that you can walk in more success and be more successful. And today, I have a powerhouse on for you guys today. Ladies and gentlemen, our next speaker, woo! She's a powerhouse, a trailblazer in entrepreneurship, and an unstoppable force in the worlds of marketing, real estate, and AI. With an impressive portfolio founding 7 to 8 figure companies across 3 countries, Vanessa Alfaro has proven that the boundaries of success are merely stepping stones for her vision. She's been recognized as one of the 10 most successful real estate investors, and she's an active member of the Forbes Business Council. Vanessa has redefined what it means to lead with purpose and innovation. As the founder and CEO of Venus Capital Partners. This woman, woo, she is unstoppable. This is a woman and minority owned real estate investing firm. And she has harnessed cutting edge technology to acquire $55 million in assets under her management. And there's so much more. I will put all of her information in the show notes. But guys, help me welcome to the stage Vanessa Alfaro.
Oh, what's up? What's up? What's up? Thank you so much, Ruthie, to have me here.
Oh my
So
goodness.
happy to be here talking to you, to your audience. This is exciting. We make it happen.
We're making it happen. I am so honored to have you here. I met Vanessa. We met at a mastermind in Vegas about a month or so ago. And man, I remember meeting her and I was like, this woman, she's a powerhouse. Like you have that internal note in your mind, like get to know this person. And you were inspiring since the moment I met you. And I remember you were talking about AI. And as I've just been studying a little bit more about what it is that you do, you're in real estate, you're in AI, you're a very successful entrepreneur, and above all, like you're raising successful kids. You're a mom.
I'm a mom of 5 beautiful kids, and that's like the biggest achievement of my life. Are all my kids. I have twins that are 4 years old. I have a beautiful girl that is 6, my boy that is 11, and my firstborn that is 24. Okay. Yeah, so I have
Amazing.
all ranges, a pre-teenager, almost an adult, and my toddlers. So I always say that I'm raising 3 different generations at the same time.
You're a powerhouse. And I have so many questions, but I know we have just a short time together today. One of the questions I have is, I mean, tell me a little bit about your story and how you got to this place. I think some of my listeners, as well as we might be wondering, like, how did you get here and how do you do it all as an investor, as a real estate, investment investor, like in AI and success and entrepreneurship and wife and kids? Like, how do you do it all? What's part of your story and how do you do it all?
I have to say that my bio is amazing. Like it says all the huge things about me, but I
Yeah.
always say that I'm just a regular person like anybody else, like more regular than anybody else. Like I come from a very, very small town in Venezuela, like a very tiny town in Venezuela. In Latin America, I didn't speak English. By the time I was 20, I decided to travel to another country.
Mm,
I wanted to learn how to speak English, right?
yeah.
And but from coming from that small town and coming from a humble family, some people have sometimes perceptions. That the people creates a perception about you just in
Yeah.
3 seconds after they meet you. And
Three.
3 seconds, that's how long it takes the person to build this whole idea about yourself. And since I've been entrepreneur for so many years, I have this image that successful, and like people take sometimes think like I had this perception about me, like wow,
Mm.
easy is for her, how easy is
It
for her.
wasn't easy, was it?
Like, no, it wasn't easy. I come from like a very humble family, and I only had one thing for success.
What?
One. It was desire.
Desire. Woo.
I have a huge desire for doing things. Like, and I always, you know that, and you know this, Ruth, you know that kids always think that they can do things. Like,
Yes.
I have all these kids, and they're like, "Oh, mommy, I want to tie my shoes." And it would take like 1 hour. And you're like, "Oh my God, let me do it for you, please." Or well, I will do my own peanut butter and jelly. We take the 30 minutes and we are like, oh my God, and we want to do things for the kids, but they
Yeah.
have this desire that they can do everything.
Mm.
They
Come on.
can do everything. They want to try. And we as an adult, we are always on patient and we're always in a rush and we're always doing things for them. But we have this desire since we're born. Like we want to do things, we want to try, we think that we can, right?
Yeah.
We grow older, we are the opposites. Like
Mm.
mentality that no, we can't. And I had when I was a child this huge desire that I could do things. Okay. And as I keep growing and I was probably 10 or 15, I keep thinking that I could do things. Like I want to do things
Yeah.
different. And I always wanted to be an entrepreneur, and nobody in my family was an entrepreneur before. My mom was the first generation to go to college, and she was a teacher, and she loved her career,
Yeah.
and she lost her voice because like she was a teacher, so she was
Yeah. I was a teacher. I was a teacher. I
yeah,
get it. The first couple weeks when you're a teacher, it feels like you got hit by a bus because you have to use your voice so much.
so much. Mhm.
Yeah.
So much, and you have to like, and my mom had two different jobs. She will go to one school in Latin America. You can go to school in the morning or in the afternoon, and she will have two different jobs in order to support our family. She will work in the morning 8 to 1, and then she will go to the afternoon school. She worked till 6 p.m. and she told me,
Mm.
but nobody in my family was an entrepreneur before, and I always had this desire.
Yeah.
I give it to my mom because she always, even I don't know if she believed me, but she always supported me.
Mm. I love what you're saying, Vanessa, because it's so powerful. And there's a lot of entrepreneurs and moms that listen to this podcast. And I think what you're saying is like it's so simple and it's profound. Have desire and believe that you can do things. And look at the foundation that your mom set for you and the example of she did whatever it took. It sounds like your mom, props to your mom, go mom. She
Mhm.
did whatever it took. And that has given you this belief that you can do things.
She did.
You
She
can do things.
did. And if you have moms, I wanna talk about this. This is for me. It's important. If you have in your audience moms, if you are listening and you are an entrepreneur and you are a mom as well, there is always this deal or this doubt if I am being enough for my kids, if I am doing enough for them. Okay. And I teach my kids, this is how I do it. Okay. I teach my kids that what mommy does makes her happy. Okay. And there are things that I do because I wanted to do it. Right. Like some of my business talking to people. Okay. At this point in my career, I do not have to work. I get to work.
Oh, I love that. It's such
Not
a huge shift.
I get to work because I wake up every day. I have this voice. I'm so blessed to wake up every day and do things. So I get to work. It makes me happy. So I teach my kids that that's important as well. Like it makes me happy spend time with them, makes me happy go to the park with them, but it also makes me happy to work. And that brings a memory. with my mom, Ruthie, you're talking about my mom.
Yeah.
I remember my mom at one point, I was like probably 13. My mom wanted to do like a master in college. And like, she was going to school like until 11 p.m.,
Mm,
studying so hard.
yeah.
She did it for some time and then she quit.
Mm,
She quit it. And I was so proud of my mom. I never told her that, but I was so proud that she was doing that for herself. And I asked her one day after she quit, and many years later, I asked her, "Why did you quit?" And she said, "I did it because of you guys. I felt like I was not giving you what you guys need."
mm,
And I was so heartbroken because I was like, ah, that's gonna make me cry. I was like, Mom, if you would have asked me at that point, I would have told you that it makes me so proud of you that you were doing that for yourself.
yeah.
But she did it what she thought it was better for us, but she didn't know that what it was better for me was seeing her shining
Yeah.
in best.
All children, I think what you're saying is really powerful because all children are actually majorly served by seeing their parents go after their dreams and know that their work makes them happy and that their parents are contributing. And it really sets a beautiful model for your kids.
Mhm.
Um, and I love what you're saying because sometimes there's a lot of moms that they have tons of guilt about like they're either all at work or they're all at home. And it's like, what if you could understand that you can have the best of both worlds by believing that what you're doing at work is serving your home by setting an example. That's really powerful.
Yes. And I think that that also helps me to understand, okay, that doing things for me, it's important for my kids.
Yes.
Doing things that I want to do is going to teach them in the future
Yeah.
that it's important for them to do what they want to do, what they will make them happy as well. Okay.
Come on, Vanessa. Come on. Come on. You're such a great mom, such a great role model. I love what you're saying. I know we have limited time today because you have so many amazing opportunities that you get to you're more laser with your time. And so I have a question for you. I run a program called Success Club where I educate, equip, and empower kids to think, speak, and act like champions and support their parents in helping them to raise world changers. Why do you think that is really important in our world right now?
Well, I think it's really important, period. Not only in our world right now, it's really important, period. But right now, the kids have so much opportunities and so many ways to change the world.
Yeah.
And because everything is our tip, like we're doing this and you're in a different place that I am, okay, and we're doing business with people that we don't know but we meet digital, okay, and we can reach so many people now, so through social media, so it's so much easier to reach people and to do something that can change the world.
Yeah.
It's so much easier. So for kids, I believe that the kids, they always have that in their mind, how they can do more. Okay. And it's so important for us as a parents just to help them to explore, like
Mm,
what I believe we are here as coaches. Okay. Like I have five, they are all different and they all have different goals in life. They all have different talents. Okay, but I'm just here to help them to facilitate that. I have one of my kids, like, oh my God, he wants to do crazy stuff, like crazy things. Like he wants to write to Elon Musk and to do something in Mars, in another planet, and he's coming with all like crazy stuff. And he's making me crazy because as a coach, I want to facilitate him to do so important to help give them
Yeah.
the tools. That's what we can do as parents.
Yeah. Educate them, equip them, and empower them to explore. And I love what you said about like the barrier to entry is low and the opportunity is big. Um, wow. And so you have, man, you have 5 kids, entrepreneur, real estate investor,
And a
and you're
husband.
and a husband and AI, and you're a speaker. As we kind of, there's so many things. People just have got to follow you. What's the best way for people to reach out to you and follow you and connect with you?
Sure. If you're watching this on Facebook, I am on Facebook, so you can search Vanessa Alfaro on Facebook. If you're on Instagram, I'm on Instagram, vanessa.venuscapital. Okay. The name of my company is Venus Capital, or you can go to our website. If you want to understand what I do on real estate, is venuspartners.com.
Venuspartners.com.
Venuspartners.com, like the planet.
Like the planet. I love it. Vanessa, thank you so much for being here today. If you could share one piece of advice to leave our listeners or our viewers with today, maybe an action step, something to challenge them, what would it be?
Well, I'll share my favorite word. My favorite word as a mom,
Yeah.
as an entrepreneur, as a wife is leverage.
Leverage. Let's go.
Leverage. And if you ask my kids, how does your mom do everything that she has to do? They would say like, well, my mommy has a lot of help from people. Like we have Lourdes and our house manager, and I have a babysitter that helps me drive the kids, and I have people in my company, and I have coaches as well. Coaches, of course, coaches. So leverage is my favorite word. I leverage in AI. I leverage with people. I leverage with coaches. Okay, I think that's my favorite word, leverage. And as a mom, we have to get used to that word.
Yeah. And that's
Because
a strength.
yeah,
That's
sometimes
a
people
strength.
feel like it's failing because you're leveraging something in
Yeah.
someone else. And
It's
that's the
smart.
biggest win that you can have, like free time to do something that only you can do.
Yeah.
You can do.
I
Okay.
love that.
For your family, etc.
I love that. You know, what's so funny is before we jumped on, I had to name this live and I named it Get Leverage. Before I knew you were going to say that. True story. That's like a half hour ago. How cool is that?
And I do have a program that teach AI to real estate
Mm,
investors, and it's called Real Estate AI Leverage.
let's go. I will post that in the show notes. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today. Vanessa, thank you so much. And just to reiterate what she said, you can do things. Get leverage AI, leverage coaches. The barrier for entry right now is really low and the opportunity is huge. So go out there and get some leverage. Okay, guys? Mwah! Have a beautiful day, everybody.